एक नए एपिसोड के साथ. This is Sumi bringing you What's Going On by Sumi powered by Deplex. As a ritual of the show, आप लोग को पता है, every time we begin the show with the newest trends for hair and makeup. So देखते हैं आज का क्या trend है. Ladies and gentlemen, the guest for today is someone that you guys get to see on and off, and lately he did a few projects with, his colleague friends, and that became really very famous, which I will be talking about in detail. This is Nouman Javaid. How are you doing?
I'm alright. How are you?
Good, good. आपके इंतजार में बस मेरी आवाज बैठ गई.
I can see that. But I think हमारे मुल्क में दोबारा से schools खुल गए हैं, तो उसकी वजह से बहुत सारी ट्रैफिक हो गई है. That is why I was late. मुझे लगता है इनको schools बंद कर देने चाहिए. बच्चे वैसे तो पढ़ते नहीं हैं. और आज तक पढ़ के किसी का कुछ भी नहीं बना. तो
He's not serious, children out there. He's not serious.
Not, I'm being very serious.
अच्छा, तो कैसे चल रहा है? How's this life of COVID been for you?
Fine, I don't care about COVID, man. जब मरना है तब मर जाना. So that's least of my concerns. The only
affect
reason I take care of myself is just because I don't want to infect others.
Yes.
Because that is where I would feel guilty कि मेरी वजह से किसी को कुछ हो गया. So I take really good care of myself just so that I can take care of my loved ones and the people that I know.
That's
and of course,
so
the people I don't
responsible
know.
of you. That's very responsible of you. Work-wise, how did it affect you? Did it not?
Work-wise, of course, काम खत्म हो गया. हमारा काम तो होता है ना स्टेज पे आके 100-200 आदमी या 1000 लोग, लाख लोग इकट्ठे होंगे, तभी कुछ कमाएंगे, तभी कुछ होगा. तो वो तो खत्म हो गया. And now we're just working on passion projects. Like I'm keeping myself busy with Bossman का जो हमारी कंपनी है मेरी और एसन की, उसका हमारा एक शो है. It's called Room Files. उसका season 3. I'm keeping myself busy with that.
Esan is a very known music producer. He's a musician. And कभी-कभार अपने vocals भी use करते हैं. बहुत गिन चुन के लोगों के साथ collaborate करते हैं.
And then he's really good at what he does. And so Room Files season 3 are, and then we started another show. It's called Konnichiwa. Room Files is something else. Room Files is very much like your produced sound, new age sound, some electro funk and whatnot. And Konnichiwa, which is a Japanese word for having a good day. तो बहुत सारे लोग पूछते हैं Konnichiwa का मतलब क्या है? It's Konnichiwa.
I assumed that it sounds very Japanesey.
Japanese. So that's completely live. There are no redubbings, no retakes. You can just sit there, sing with the musicians, and that's about it. What you hear is what you get. So maybe later down the road we'll start another thing. Let's see. We're trying to contribute. उसका reason ये बना था, the company we made Bossman because हम सोचते थे यार इंडस्ट्री के हालात ठीक नहीं है, हमारी इंडस्ट्री सही काम नहीं करी. देन वी रियलाइज यार इंडस्ट्री तो हम खुद हैं. जब हम खुद इंडस्ट्री एंड वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग अदर्स टू डू समथिंग, व्हाई नॉट डू इट आवरसेल्व्स, सेट अ प्रेसिडेंट दैट आर्टिस्ट कैन कंट्रीब्यूट एज वेल. अभी हम सोचते हैं कि द कॉर्पोरेट सेक्टर वुड कंट्रीब्यूट और द पीपल शुड कंट्रीब्यूट, द प्रमोटर्स एंड व्हाट पीपल लाइक दैट दे वुड कंट्रीब्यूट. बट आई थिंक हमारी तरफ से बहुत लैक हो रहा है, तो वी स्टार्टेड कंट्रीब्यूटिंग.
That's fantastic. And how do you feel about the fact that, it's a world of competition constantly, people are competing, doing collaborations with your fellow artists? How does it feel? Do you feel competitive, comparison, any of that,
Acha, the thing is that yes, this world is full of people who like to compete, and everybody thinks of another person in the same business, or even if they're not in the same business, as a competitor. But somehow I was not born with the element of jealousy. So I have been very comfortable working with people. In fact, with Bossman and Room Files and Konichiwa and all this, I am playing the role of a director, a video maker. In fact, I'm the spot boy as well. Ali Noor ने मुझे बोला था कि I was amazed to see that you're working with people and you are not in front of the camera and you are trying your level best to do the best that you can under the circumstances that you have. And he was impressed. I was like, yes, that is how it's supposed to be, because I know the value of my role that I'm playing as a director, as a DP. I have to stay behind the camera. I cannot get insecure कि यार किसी और का गाना अच्छा शूट हो गया, किसी और की लाइट अच्छी होगी, किसी और का वीडियो अच्छा आ गया. In fact, जो बुरा वीडियो होगा वो मेरा होगा, because there's nobody to film me. But I'm filming other 15 people. We were at an event and we saw Ali Azmat, Ali Noor, Jimmy Khan, Ahsan, and some other people performing, and Bouncy, Kumail, and I just realized that these guys are amazingly talented, and I am nowhere near them.
Why do you say that?
I just realized that I'm a hipster, I'm a poser, man. It's all a lie, it's a facade. It's like, I need to take off this mask that I'm somebody who can sing, I'm somebody who can perform. No. The only reason I'm able to do anything is that I try too hard. I'm not talented, but I try so goddamn hard that at times things work. I'm not, like some people are just naturally talented. They would be sitting here, they would be doing something, they would compose, they would sing just like this. I have to work my bum off.
Yeah.
And I don't know, that was a good realization. And now I'm freer than before. I'm like, I don't know nothing. I'm useless.
I think that goes for a lot of singers, a lot of artists who keep on rediscovering themselves, which is not so common with non-so artsy-fartsy people. You get to, I don't know, say bolo, self-reflection bolo, you're constantly being tested ke aap kitna
I always question myself, yes.
Constantly producing,
Because I felt this big when I was there. Not that I was insecure, not that I was jealous, and I was
also there,
happy
like
for
you're
them.
talking about the biggest names of the industry. तो वो तो वैसे ही बंदा थोड़ा सा intimidate हो जाता है. Ali Azmat.
No. I'm not intimidated. I'm not intimidated, but I just kind of like, when I thought of my performances and the way I sing and the genre that I sing in.
Do you think it's a lack of jamming?
Not the lack of jamming. They're just marvelously talented, and I just thought that,
that's what I'm saying. Like big names like Ali Azmat, whether you call it intimidation or just being in awe of his, talent, because when he's on stage, I don't think I'm looking anywhere else. I don't care if he's off tune, with tune, whatever the hell he's doing. He has that aura where you're just like, he's the rock star.
But
so it is
good thing about that is that at least I get to share
share
the stage with these marvelous artists.
That's a great blessing right there. What about your acting? Kya bana?
Kuch bhi nahi, I was never what you call it. I don't know. I would like to, but I think I'm just not gelling in, because my school of thought is completely different to the people who are working in the market. No disrespect to them, and they're doing a marvelous job. They're doing a wonderful job, but that's just not my cup of tea. Those storylines, those kind of dialogues, they're not my thing. I'm more a movie person. I was never a drama person.
Right.
So I find it hard कि यार dramas में वो जो acting होती है, माँ एक कप चाय पिला दो. I would never do that. I cannot do that. कि मुझे करना पड़ता है. मुझे ऐसा लगता है कोई gun point पे करा रहा है. At times, of course, we as humans, I think we are all sell out one point on another, and पैसों के लिए हम कर लेते हैं चीजें. हर आदमी की कीमत होती है.
ऐसे ही होता है.
तो जब कर लेते हैं उसके बाद कहते हैं यार ये तुमने क्यों किया? Why did you do this? But it's okay.
ठीक है.
So maybe later down the road I might, but I would rather go into direction and start making movies of my own as opposed to acting in them, just because I am the producer and I can be the director and I can be the music director and all that. I just want to do my job.
Take a back seat. Okay. So moving on, when it comes to self-care, nowadays it's extremely talking about these things, mental health, self-care, self-love. What do you feel about all these things? Because you have been through a phase which was very difficult. You took a very irrational step at that time.
Yes. I tried to end my life, and sadly that was a wrong thing to do. And I'm not ashamed of admitting it.
No.
And the funny thing about depression is that it just makes its way into you in a way that you are not even able to realize that you're being depressed. and आपकी जो judgment है that becomes clouded and you cannot think straight because there is only so much anybody can take. And regardless that I've been known to be a very strong person, but we all have our bad days, good days, and I think जो मैं लोगों को कहना चाहता हूँ कि अगर उनको ये बात समझ आए कि when somebody is complaining, please do listen to them. आपको मालूम भी नहीं होगा कि आपके इर्द गिर्द कैसे लोग हैं और वो किस चीज़ से गुजरते हैं. Regardless, some people could be really rich, but being rich doesn't mean that you're happy.
Content so it's in life.
Yes. So आप just keep an eye out, just lend a ear. बस आप उनके लिए वहाँ पे रहो, सुन ले किसी की and just be there for them and morally support them. And I think depression is real and people need to focus on that. And when it comes to self-care and mental health care, it's all about कि यार थोड़ा सा हमें खुद भी करना होता है और थोड़ा सा हमारे जो इर्द गिर्द हैं उनको भी करना पड़ता है.
What did you do to get out of that phase? Because it was something very shocking probably for your family, friends, everyone who were close to you. अच्छा, उसमें मज़ेदार चीज़ ये हुई कि because sadly, regardless that I love my people and I've always been with my friends and my family and I've gone out of my way in helping them and being there for them. But sadly, when I needed anybody, nobody was there and I found myself alone. When I found myself really alone, it just got to me and it was too much. And then I started blaming others. I started carrying that pain inside of me, you know, like all that poison, all that venom and all those negative feelings. I was holding it within. So, किसी को मसला नहीं हो रहा था. I was the only one who was struggling through it. तो मैं नमाज पढ़ रहा था, उसके बीच में बैठा हुआ ना, मैं अल्लाह से कह रहा हूँ कि अल्लाह, why so much hurt and pain? I have everything anybody can think of. I have done things people can only imagine. And why am I not happy? Then I realized कि यार लोगों का जहर मैं खुद में पाल रहा हूँ. किसी ने मेरे साथ गलत किया, वो अपनी जगह पे बैठ के आराम से आइसक्रीम खा रहा है, पार्टी कर रहा है और मैं यहाँ बैठ के ड्वेल कर रहा
हूँ. फिर वो शख्स भी खुश है, वो भी अपनी जिंदगी में खुश है. इसने तुम्हारे साथ बुरा किया, इसने किया, वो सब खुश है. तुम्हें क्या तकलीफ है? वो कहते तेनू की मौत पई. And I was like, this cannot be. And then I realized कि वो इसलिए नहीं जा पा रहा था क्योंकि मैं उन लोगों को माफ नहीं कर पा रहा. तो जब नमाज पढ़ रहा था मुझे याद आया कि अल्लाह माफ कर देने वालों को पसंद करता है, अल्लाह के करीब तरीन होते हैं लोग. तो मैंने क्या किया कि एक तो मैंने सबको माफ किया जिसने मेरे साथ जितना बुरा किया था. I have no what you call it grudges against anybody. I don't hate nobody. मुझे किसी का बुरा नहीं चाहिए. मैं सबको दुआ देता हूँ, सब खुश रहें. And then I also stopped blaming myself for the things that have occurred in my life. Because इस तरह होता है ना कि आप जिंदगी में कोई मसला आता है और आपका पार्टनर आपको छोड़ के चला जाए, यार काश मैं ये कर लेता, काश मैं वो कर लेता. भाई तू कुछ नहीं कर सकता था because वो हो चुका है. It's in the past. You cannot travel back to the past. तो आप आगे ही जाएंगे. तो जब आगे ही जाएंगे तो then just need to forgive yourself. किसी के साथ अगर आपने बुरा किया तो उससे माफी मांग लो. जिसने आपके साथ बुरा किया उसको दिल खोल के माफ करते हैं. And that day soon a burden was lifted off my shoulders and I became free. उसके बाद नमाज पढ़ते हैं, चिल करते हैं, जिसको जो करना कर ले. यार अभी तुझे ये भी चाहिए, ले जाए. अभी रिसेंटली किसी ने मेरा ना फैमिली मेंबर ने they cost me a lot of money. मेरे 50,000 pounds का उन्होंने नुकसान करा दिया. The only money that I had left जिसके थ्रू मैं कुछ कर सकता. And it's gone. And I was like, dude, what are you gonna do now? And I was like, it's okay. Even if I don't have money, even if I struggle to survive, because I've been through that life, ना, जहाँ पे मेरे पास खाने को कुछ नहीं होता था. Anything that happens in your life, it's okay because there's only so much you can do. As long as you've done your part, and if it's not working out, be okay with it, be cool with it.
Yeah, because no amount of stress or anxiety will fix that for you.
Exactly. Contribute to your country, man. Have some civic duty. गंद आप डालते सड़कों पे, मिनिस्टर नहीं डालता. अभी जो मैं 40 सिग्नल्स पे अड़ के आया हूँ उसमें मेन कसूरवार जो थे हमारे लोग थे. वो गलत चल रहे थे. वो इधर से कोई आ रहा है, कोई इधर से आ रहा है, कोई अपनी लाइन नहीं दे रहा. तो ज्यादती हम करते हैं, ब्लेम मिनिस्टर को करते हैं.
मेरी बात सुने, ज्यादती तो हम करते हैं लेकिन ये तो इतना बड़ा टॉपिक है जो
शुरू करो.
ये बात, ये तो मेरी टूटी हुई रग पे आपने हाथ रखा है. लेकिन लॉन्ग स्टोरी शॉर्ट, they need to impose fines on people. आप जरा 2000 3000 का फाइन देखें, मैं देखती हूँ कौन आपको ओवरटेक करता है.
300 रुपए का फाइन कर दे, ये ऐसे कंजूस लोग हैं.
नहीं, आप 3000 का रखेंगे तो आप वो पीछे से नाक की सीट पे सब कुछ follow
I agree,
करेंगे.
I agree.
So इसमें government का हाथ है. So yeah.
Yeah,
that
please,
you gotta
government,
give it.
fix yourself.
Fix
Bad
yourself.
governance.
You need to fix yourself, and then people all around the world, it is like this.
Yeah.
There are laws imposed by the government and people follow it. किसी में
Look at
इतनी
Dubai.
तौफीक नहीं है जो
Look
वो
at
खुद
Dubai.
से करे.
दुबई में आप कुछ भी गलत करो आपको मुखालफा पड़ता है. मुखालफा एज इन फाइन.
Yeah.
और इतना बड़ा वो मुखालफा है कि लोग कहते हैं नहीं भाई मैं सीधा गाड़ी चलाऊं, मैं तरीके से मैं सिगरेट बट बाहर नहीं फेंकूंगा.
It's unfortunate, but it's all around the world,
Yeah.
not just in Pakistan.
Yeah.
But we need to bring in that to fix things
yes.
over here. Moving on to some lighter things in life. What I'm gonna do, Nouman, is I'm gonna give you a word, and it could be a song from across the border here, जिधर भी, जहाँ भी fit आता है. अंग्रेजी में भी अगर वो word fit आता है तो ठीक है. Sorry. Word पागल.
पागल. दिल तो पागल है, ये दिल तो झूठा है, इस दिल को कोई भी समझे ना. Ali Noor, right?
अच्छा.
Yeah.
You sounded very different.
Yeah,
Let's put it that
Ali Noor is
way.
like, ये दिल तो पागल है,
Okay,
ये
now I
दिल तो
know.
झूठा है.
Okay, now I know. That was very Nouman style.
Yeah.
Next, Roya.
रोया रे दिल रोया रे. Shirazable song.
Shirazable
रोया रे,
song.
हाँ.
Okay, I'll give it to you. Boom.
बूम बूम जब भी मिलते हैं हम और तुम, आंखों आंखों में होते हैं गुम, दिल बोले बूम बूम. Oh, I love this song.
Love it.
Yeah.
What a crazy song.
Yeah.
Last one, Chala.
चला मैं चला मैं चला मैं चला. That's my own song.
Okay.
मैं चला.
तो थोड़ा और ही गा देते यार, इतनी कंजूसी क्या थी.
यार मुझसे आजकल गाना नहीं गाया जा रहा. मैं उस डिप्रेशन में जा रहा हूँ that I don't know anything, so I need to learn more.
अच्छा.
मैं कुछ weird से उसके ऊपर ट्रिप्स के ऊपर निकला हूँ अपने अंदर ही. There's a
अच्छी बात है. It's always
travel
a
inside
good
of me.
thing to explore yourself and test all the layers and the phases and everything.
Because
I would say.
I have realized the minute you start thinking that you know it all, that is when you don't know anything anymore. So I don't want to know it all. I just want to learn it all. I want to keep on learning.
ठीक है.
So I always put myself down so that I stay there. जब मैं यहाँ से ऊपर आता हूँ ना तो मेरी creativity खत्म हो जाती है. So I keep myself there कि साले तू यहीं पे रहे. यहाँ पे तू सीखेगा. जब तू तड़पेगा तुझे लगेगा मुझे कुछ नहीं आता. फिर तू कुछ करेगा तो तू कुछ अच्छा करेगा.
Great. Whatever works for you, man, and for anyone else. Moving on to the next segment. This is where we stalk people on Instagram.
We stalk them. All right, let's go. That's where I'm good.
I stalked you and I got out some really nice pictures from your Instagram. What's the story?
This is when the entire Pagal team, the Pagal team is Ali Noor, Mandana, and everybody,
yes.
and then the entire gang. We went to Hunza, and the sites were amazing. So मैंने सोचा चलो यार arty-farty pictures बनाते हैं.
Great.
Oh, this is Amir Khan. So I think this was at an event जहाँ पे फैजी ने सबको बुलाया हुआ था, and I was there. And of course, I'm a fan of boxing, so I had to meet the guy, and he's a wonderful, marvelous boxer and a fantastic human being on top of that. So it was really good seeing him. Yeah, enjoyed it.
And then here is your.
Oh, this is when we were filming that song Banjo. नया गाना बना.
किसने दिया title Banjo का?
इस लड़की ने दिया टाइटल क्योंकि हम तो बहुत बुरी बात कर रहे थे. अली नूर, हम नहीं. अली नूर एक बहुत बुरी बात कर रहे थे, तो उसने बोला अली नूर कुछ ज्यादा है, थोड़ा इसको ये कर ले.
थोड़ा सा ये कर दे, बेस्ट.
थोड़ा ठंडा करके खा ले.
ये जब मेरा रोड रेज होता है ना, तो फिर मैं वो इस टाइप के बड़े फिल्टर्ड किस्म के लफ्ज इस्तेमाल करती हूँ. Thank you so much for taking out time. Dealing with Lahore's traffic is not easy. It's mind-boggling.
Yeah, it's painful.
And we're both gonna hit it right now.
बच्चे पढ़ क्यों रहे हैं? बंद करें.
It's not just
बहुत ट्रैफिक है.
Please don't blame the bachas. Let them study. It's about the maniac drivers on the roads.
And everybody's a maniac.
Sorry, I don't count myself as a maniac on the road. I'm a very proper driver.
I don't like to drive.
No, seriously.
I just don't like to drive at all.
I used to love it, but now I don't like it because of the traffic.
It's
But anyways, we're gonna fix that. Thank you so very much for taking out time. Any message for the viewers right now watching you?
Be more human, be kind, and for once or at least for a change, अपने आप को छोड़ के किसी के लिए कुछ करना सीखें. That's it.
Thank you. All right, everyone. This is Sumi signing off. Thank you very much for tuning in. I shall catch you guys next week. Bamana Khuda.